Guys, it finally happened. New location, new setup here in my hometown. All new diamond tables. It's so nice. It is place is called Farro's, and they relocated from another city. I had played at the pool hall previously, but my BCA 10 ball league is fully located here, so all teams are going to be playing here every week. There's not as much of a home team and travel kind of situation. And I'm really excited to be playing on this equipment. So we'll jump right into the match here. I played Harold previously, and yeah, really good guy. Get along great, and he's been around the game for a long time. Like I said, I kind of come in hot on this one to some extent because I split the set with him the last time I played him. Kind of gave away that second game, and I was like, I gotta try to clean this up. Alternate break in this format, so Harold gets to break first, and he's got a pretty good look at the one ball. Not a ton of work to get on the two, so I think in this situation, really just focus on making the one, and you're going to get some kind of look at the two. You might not like what you have. It's either a 2-8 combination, which is manageable, or you might not want to mess with the 2-7. Got to consider those safeties early in the rack. So that might be the play here. Let's see if I don't know if my video there is better or worse. So he goes for it, which I think you have to. And unfortunately, yeah, the one ball doesn't cooperate for him. So kind of tying up the 9 a little bit. But I've got a good look at the one ball. And I have to say, guys, just at the top of this video here, by the way, Fargo's creeping up. So that was one thing. Oh, it's over here. Fargo's creeping up. Still preliminary. Up to 80 something games behind my name. Let me say 83. Robustness of 83. So still low. Still gonna be a while. Fargo's getting up there. I want to see it in the 600s, obviously. We're trying to get close to 700 eventually. I know I'm not there yet, but I just got to play in bigger formats. But the other thing is, I have had some breakthroughs recently with mental game. Just keep kind of jumping up. I am figuring it out, and I'll talk more about it in detail eventually. I don't want to give away all my secrets, right? But it's this kind of idea, the stuff that I've talked about but haven't fully, integrated or ultimated in my game. Make the plan, commit to it, and execute it kind of thing. But they're specific strategies. They're really panning out for me. I have to make kind of a touchy 2 to the 8 play here, but luckily the 8's hanging. So really the consideration is just controlling the 2 ball enough to make sure that you get a good look at it. And in this case, I played it well because the natural angle of the cue ball coming off the 2 is going to give me a look at the 3 ball in the right-hand side pocket here. So I think you guys are going to like this one. I was so happy to be on diamond tables. That's where I want to be playing. And it's really interesting to see how, not that I was paying super close attention to this necessarily throughout the night, but just how the league was faring, how everybody else in the league was faring on different equipment. You certainly heard a lot of comments throughout the night about, that would have gone in on a valley table, that sort of thing. Secretly to myself, I'm like, hey. Meanwhile, I'm getting out. I have to just make sure to get up above the 6 ball. Maybe center table, preserve a bit of an angle so that I can come across table from the 6 to the 7. But this is a pretty natural follow shot. Just a pinch of inside, potentially. And this works out fine. Even though I underhit it just slightly, I still am giving myself the angle that I need to come across table for the 7. And this one is just speed control. You're just going to ease in the 6 ball. Yeah, comfortable long bridge here. I have worked on shortening my form, but in that case, I just wanted to give myself plenty of room. And because I'm feeling settled and I'm feeling good right out of the gate, I was just going to go for it. Nothing can go wrong here from the 7 to the 9, and then really just paying attention to your speed. Sort of, cue ball wants to dive into the short rail, and you can come straight up, or you can roll through high inside, potentially, if you would like to use a little bit of that, which everybody knows that I do. just to make the 10 ball unmissable here. So it looks like I'm going to kind of drag into it. And that's fine. Could have let that out a little bit more, but these are the 10 balls that I'm committing to. Absolutely not going to sell these out. Don't need to be missing these at this point in my game. Especially not after a nice little table run here. Yeah. It was especially interesting playing well as I was this past week, given how my practice session went on this particular day. So just Tuesday of this last week here. And I had one of the most frustrating practice sessions I've had in a long time, just based on some of the difficult stuff that I'm working on. It was one of those where it's just everything's crunchy, nothing's working out, and I kind of can't find a rhythm, and just makes you want to break your cue down and step away from the table for a little while. So Harold's got to make something happen here. He's got a good layout. I think maybe the 4 to the 5 could be a little tough, but pretty natural 2 to the 3. You have to decide if you want to be straight on the 3. Okay, he was a little under the 2 ball, so he had to roll up. From here, I think you just roll up again and get on the left side of the 9 ball. Shouldn't be too tough. I'm not sure. I'm just checking my audio levels here. I'm not sure if you guys are able to hear the room, but I had some of the audio going. I want to experiment with that a little bit. Oh, yeah. So maybe he was a little distracted by getting to the 5 ball. I think that's an example of the type of shot that might have gone on a valley table, but as we know, those of you who've played on diamond tables, they play tight, but they play fair. So I've got kind of an interesting situation here. I seem to remember that I've got an edge on the 4 ball, but it was the edge that will just send you right to the pocket, so I don't want to do that. And I didn't trust coming off of it so thin that I could basically get into the long rail and back out. Just didn't like that. I was looking at the kick. The 1 rail kick, I'm not sure if I had enough of the long rail to go into this and back up. So I think I end up going for a 2 rail sort of here and out, but it's still really touchy because I'm so close to that short rail, the top short rail. I end up looking at this and I think, yeah, I call it back cross corner, but I really just need to make a good hit. And yeah, I just sort of slide off the short rail. Probably just a bad decision. This one's interesting too because I think he knows he's always going to run into the 8 and it's going to be hard to get around for the 5. Maybe he just wants to ensure that he'll have a look at the 5. I might have been tempted to go on the other side of the 4 and come back above the 5. Like over here off the 4 and get out up here above the 5. He turned to ask him just to make sure that it was a good hit. I didn't really review this in post, but and when he was at the table, he was kind of obstructing my view, so I couldn't see it. I was like, you know, shooter's call. I didn't see it. I trust you. Didn't look like a bad hit from where I'm sitting here on the video. Oh, he rolled behind the 9. Yeah, he made a good shot to slide over for the 6, but the speed got away from him just a little bit. I think it'll take people a couple weeks to get the speed dialed in on these. But they were not recovered. The felt was not replaced with new stuff. Moving over here from the other location. So they are well loved. They've been played on for quite a while. And the nice part about them being broken in is they're not too slidey. Which can really throw people off. I kind of like it. I kind of like that feel. But the speed's playing true, I think, is the other thing, because they're not sliding too much. They're rolling pretty consistently. So yeah, Harold kind of judges this pretty well. He gets pretty close to the 6 ball, and even off the 3rd rail, if it had a bit more pace, he could have made a good hit, driving something to the rail, but passes back ball in hand in the 2nd game, which might be deadly for him. Let's find out. I just have to get good shape on the 7 that takes me towards the 6, and usually what I like to do with those is basically where I put my cue down on the table. I want to get into this area. Yeah, probably. Yeah, right in there seems fine. Even out a little farther would be okay. And then you can just draw kind of low outside to get down here or above the 9 and out. And I talk about this one a lot, having ball in hand on the 6. I want to roll into my window. I want to see where I'm going. Follow for dough, draw for show, right? So I get into an interesting spot, maybe slightly under hit it, because now the 9 ball naturally wants to come into play. I don't really want to run into the 9 ball. If I rolled into it, it wouldn't be the end of the world unless I got behind it. So I basically just have to commit to a lot more spin to get under the 9, or a little bit of an overcut on the 7 to come out above the 9. And I think I go for the latter. I think I overcut it. Yeah, still some spin to kind of curve away. Yeah, and this plays pretty nice. Pretty natural on the 8 here. I can punch into the short rail and shape the 9 in the right-hand side, or curve off it a little bit, low outside, low right, get under the 9. You've got a big window to play position on the 9, and 7-foot tables are just not that big, so no shot has to go that far. But I'm shaping it in the side. Keep it simple. Minimize cue ball travel. And it's that confidence of just like, I'm not missing these. Like there's no way. So just ease this guy in. You're never gonna miss these. All right, that does it for that first match. So hope you guys like this one. I'm really excited about the new location, like I said, and I anticipate, I am hopeful that we are going to see more kind of high quality play from me, because I'm integrating all the stuff that I've been practicing, and we're playing on tighter equipment, better equipment in general. It's a nicer room. It just kind of feels better, especially compared to the one place, like the American Legion, where it's like a little kind of dim. I don't hate any of those locations necessarily, right? But this place, this is a pool hall. Like, this is the kind of place where you want to play. So pretty stoked. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking this out as usual. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Send it to anybody who might enjoy this sort of thing. Anybody you know who might like it. The other thing is the bell. If you don't know about the little bell for notifications, you can use that. It's down by the like and subscribe. It will let you know when I post something. It'll notify you right away, like to your phone or whatever other device you use. That way you don't miss anything. So stay tuned. There is more to come, and I will see you in the next one.